Hey, everybody, and welcome to PONCHOTHON, the warehouse edition. This is day, what, 4? We started last Saturday, and we're going through tomorrow to bring you some things in the studio. My goal in the next year or so is to begin to, make a smaller footprint. So I want to start to move things that are sitting, things that I've had for a while, things that need to be shared. Because I also am not a hoarder. I am not trying to, but I do have a lot of stuff in the studio. So for those of you that are just tuning in, my name is Larry Poncho Brown. I do Poncho Thons. I used to do them every Wednesday for a while, and then it's been over a year since I've done any broadcasting. Trying to keep up with these advances in technology, what the platforms are doing. Facebook can make it difficult to go live. StreamYard can make it difficult and a challenge just to integrate. And so I'm trying that as a new senior, keep up with all of this stuff. But we're doing the best we can. I had some serious technical issues plaguing me from all day Sunday and part of Monday. I think today, crossing my fingers, I think we got all 3 locations set up. So if you are watching the show in any location, just put your name and where you're tuning in from in the stream, and I will be bringing you into the conversation. And we try to have an interactive show here. We talk to other artists. I ask trivia questions. I open the floor if you have any questions specifically of me. If you see something on the show you like, simply go. You got 2 options. You can go to my website, and I will show you how to do that a couple of times during the show to look for certain things. Or the quick pay situation is I might hold up something that's, a T-shirt or one of a kind, a small little gift item. I'll hold that up, and then if you want to buy that, way you secure it is you look at the bottom of the screen. I have a Cash App and I have a Zelle. Just simply go to Cash App and Zelle. But let me know you want it first before you go and pay, so that I could be looking out for you. But that's how we do some of the quick pay stuff. And the other stuff you can buy straight from the website. We have a special code that is enacted for this show, and that is the discount code you'll see is Ponchothon50. When you put that in the shopping cart on my website, it will automatically give you 50% of whatever you order. Did you hear what I just said? Whatever you order. That's right. That special will be going on, and that link will be hot until tomorrow at midnight. So if you are watching the rerun of the show and you say, hey, I always wanted a poncho piece, but money's funny, remember, you can get anything on the website at 50% off until midnight tomorrow. So that's what's up, y'all. If you're out there and you're watching, just give me your name and where you're tuning in from. I see a couple folks are watching from YouTube, and we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to let you know some of the things I have coming up. So, try to shout out small black businesses, people that I work with, shows that are coming up, exhibitions, places where you can go and get certain deals. I'm going to be doing all of that, y'all, because I believe that that's what we need to do in this next phase is empower each other and put ourselves out there and all that kind of stuff. So if you're watching the show, just give me your name and where you're tuning in from, and I'll put you on the screen, make you part of the deal as people come into the room. So one thing I want to tell you is because a couple of shows are coming up, a couple of events are coming up soon, and I want you to know what's going on. So let's see, we got somebody already tuning in. We got Sunshine Joy 13. Thank you so much for tuning in and being brave enough to let us know you're out there, because some folks out there and they laying in the cut. But you are welcome to come into the show. Thank you so much, Sunshine Joy, for tuning in and for having supported us all week. And we look forward to working with you more in the future. So, yeah, we had trivia questions. Of course, we had a couple people who got them right. You got some folks that came up short, but I do have a couple of trivia questions I'm going to be asking you about, so we'll continue doing that. So meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and let you know the shows that are coming up. One in particular is one called Convergence. That show will be taking place, really it's going to be taking place this weekend. This is the last weekend you will see this show. Convergence is really an exhibition that shows off collaborative works or pieces under a particular theme. Convergence means because there's a bunch of artists right now doing collaborative works. We actually saw one collaborative work on the show yesterday, and I sold another collaborative work in my studio today. So they're becoming very popular. But this show right here, if you want to see the exhibition, is right in Wisconsin Avenue in Bethesda, Maryland. It's called Gallery B. They have a beautiful exhibition up right now, and consisting of about maybe 40 artists, and some of them have worked with each other. And this exhibition shows quite a few collaborative pieces. I am exhibiting 4 collaborative pieces in this show, of which one has already sold. Woot woot! So if you're out there tomorrow, you're looking for something to do this weekend, go to Gallery B. You will not be disappointed. And that will be happening all this weekend. It ends on August the 2nd. And really nice opportunity for you to see what's going on. Also, we got how you doing? Lots of love, 21 Mod. She is watching from Pennsylvania. Thank you again for tuning in. I think she also got a couple of our trivia questions right. So we're going to keep on bringing people in the room as we show you. But that is one show that's going on that I think you would really love to see. Also, I am doing a panel discussion this weekend. An exhibition called 5x5 Baltimore. It's actually an exhibition of 5 artists from the Lehigh Valley area of Pennsylvania and 5 artists from Baltimore. All of the artists are resume artists that have shown and have a good reputation, and we're all joining forces for this show called The Art of Black Men, which is really trying to get to the conversation of what's important and not important in the things that we see through our eyes. You know, sometimes as things come in fashion, other things go out of fashion. And even though men dominate the art space, African American men still get a little bit of shade. So this show challenges that notion. It's at the UB Blake Cultural Arts Center. And so if you get a chance to check that out, do so. It'll be a nice show. We have a panel discussion going on this weekend, this Saturday at 4 o'clock. So come on by. You get to hear the opinions of each one of us as well as meet us too. We will be videotaping that. So if you're in witness protection, please wear your mask on your face. So that's 2 shows that's going on. Also, today is Wednesday, and I got a friend that I'm going to be shouting out some businesses too, but we'll get to that a little later on. I'm going to show you one of our first items. So, I usually go in the studio and I pull some things down, and I found some onesies and twosies of a few things. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, I got a note card set. I didn't show this. We showed a couple of note card sets over the last couple of days, but this one's a little different. So this one is called the Love Me As I Am card set. Love Me As I Am. It's really like about women and women empowerment and the things y'all go through. And this is one piece called Let Me Tell You. It has another card in there called Brown Eye Beauty. Trying to get the reflection off of it for you. This is a 4-card set with envelopes. This one's called Wait for Love. We also have a poncho of this particular card. And we have another card called Brighter Side of Me. That's all in one box set now. That's all one little package. It comes with 4 envelopes, 4 cards. You can get this normally for $10. Today you can get it for $5. If you like, you want the $5, you want it. All right, so anything you pay through Cash App or Zelle, we don't charge you shipping. So if you want this card set, simply go online in the comment stream, say I want those cards. We will put these on the side for you, or you can just go ahead and secure them through Cash App or Zelle, and these cards will belong to you. So that's our first little item of the day. I have a ton of things that I grabbed, but here's one. This is I've been in this since the advent of COVID. I started talking to people about creativity and leaning into creativity, and that's something that I'm really preaching to a lot of people now. So I'm seeing a lot of folks now who are venturing into doing more writing, sewing, singing, music, art, taking classes, all that stuff. So I developed this a long time ago. It's called the Create Something Journal. Create Something Journal has one of my pieces on the front and the back, and this one is a online version of it. So basically, what it is when you get an idea. See, an idea is energy, and it can be lost. You can have a dream and it be lost. I'm in the habit of when I have dreams, I get up and I have a pad by my bed. I write them down. If I have an idea of what I want to do, I also write them down. But I have a goal board on my wall in the studio. I'm very goal oriented. I have tons of notebooks that have my ideas in them. Something nice about going to a book that you already have ideas in and you can read them and see the validity of what you're doing. Also, it gives you it makes a dream one step closer to fruition when you write it down versus you just thinking it and dissipating like energy, you know. So if you like this book and you want to get on the bandwagon to become more creative, this is to create something lined, and I also have a create something book. It's like a sketchbook that is unlined. So you let me know which one you want. If you like this create something journal, just put lined, create something lined or create something unlined. And these sell for just $10. I will autograph these too for your, to inspire you right in the front. Okay. These are very, very good 50 pages. That's 50 ideas if you play your game the right way. And I'm trying to encourage everybody to tap into their creative side in these coming years. So if you like those pieces, snag one, either to create something unlined or to create something lined. And I will take care of that. That is also something you can get from the quick pay. Just go ahead to Cash App, hit it, put just $10 in there. $10 will secure you one of those booklets. Okay. So what we got here? Okay, so thank you, Lotus. Lotus wants to get the royalty and spiritual card sets. You got it. Let's see here. We got the you want those cluster royalty. You want those cluster royalty. All right, so just give me you can just $15 cash at me, Lotus Love 21, $15 for that, and I will give you the 3 sets. Those 3 sets. Thank you. And if you want any of those other journals, just put it on the side and I'll take care of it. I'm going to show you one video while I get ready to take care of one thing. I got to troubleshoot something real quickly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a video that shows you some of my favorite work. Did you know that I was a photographer? Did you know I play with photography on the side? Well, you're going to be seeing more of that in the coming year because I'm planning to do an exhibition of my photography work sometime next year. I already have a location, but I'm going to wait until I get a little further in the year to tell you where that's going to be. And so while you're watching and while people are loading in, I'm going to show you a sneak preview of some of my photography. Thank you, Miss Lotus Love 21 Mod. We did receive it. Thank you so much for snagging that up. So, what else is going on out there, y'all? We got a couple people in the house. If you're out there, just give me your name and your city so I can see what's going on. We got a couple people that are still tuned into the show. How y'all doing out there? I'm doing fine, just trying to weather the storm. Storm as in, there's always stuff going on. I'm just trying to keep up with it the best that I can. Everybody's busy these days, and so I'm not professing to be any busier than anybody else. But in the art space, I'm staying very, very busy. So, hey, I got another look. I keep grabbing little teeny small items that people will never see. I sold a really nice original the other day. This is an original that I did as a, how can I say? It was an exercise of adhesion. I wanted to see, I do a collage technique where I glue canvas to canvas. And so I just took this small canvas and I glued 3 pieces of canvas on it and tried to build up a small little abstract piece. This piece has been sitting in my studio since 2014. Small little piece. As a matter of fact, if you order this piece, I'm going to let you title it. It is probably one of the smallest originals I've ever done. We sold one small piece the other day that's the same size as this, but this is an abstract one. And everybody sees something different in it. As you can see, it's got wires on the back. I don't have a name for this one, but hey, maybe we can do that. So if you want a small original by me, done in 2014, it's acrylic and collage canvas on a small canvas. You can have this canvas for $75. $75, y'all. You can have everybody else saying, oh, I want an original, or I want to collect some artwork. Oh, but I don't have enough. I can't afford you. All right, we just cut that down. You want a small original by me? Here you go. $75. If you like this small abstract, just put it in the comment string. I want that small abstract. And I will send this small abstract to you. So we getting that time. I'm getting ready to start. Let me see. I'm going to do a trivia question. It's about that time. Y'all out there, are you ready for a trivia question? All right. So the only yeah, you can Google. It's not cheating if you Google. You can chat GBT. It's not cheating if you chat GBT. As long as you find the answers. Some of these answers are on the web. Some of these answers are all over the interwebs. But some of these you kind of have to know me to know also. So I ain't doing nothing too hard. I'm gonna give you our first trivia question for the day. All right, y'all. So the first person to respond will receive a free gift. And that free gift could be a multitude of things, but I will autograph whatever that is. All right, so the question for the day is, what TV show featured my artwork on the set for 2 seasons? Which TV show had my artwork on the set for 2 seasons? That is the trivia question. First person to respond, TV show that had my work on the set for 2 seasons. And while you pick around on that, I'm going to show you another item. All right, so we are getting ready next month. Matter of fact, I think my new calendar is coming in, and I still have a few of my old calendars for this year. Yeah, you got a half a year or just under a half a year left, but you can have an autographed copy of my Color My Soul calendar. I'll give it to you for just $5. They normally sold 15. Still got a little life. Some of y'all even cut these up and make. I've seen people make a friend of mine made bags for one of her products. Some of my friends just mat them. It's like 12 images in each calendar. So If you would like a Color My Soul 26 calendar for just $5, knowing that our new calendar is probably going to be in the next couple of weeks. So if you like that, this is Color My Soul. As you can see on the back, it has a couple of the images on there. This whole calendar was devoted to jazz or music. And I think the one this year is devoted to family. So if you want that and you want to add this to your grab bag, this is one of the instant pays. Just go to Cash App and you can just grab this piece and put it underneath somebody's tree. This is gonna be too late for that. You can just hang it on the wall and be ready for when the new calendar comes out. And I'm going to show you the calendar cover for the next calendar too, so you can have an idea. But for right now, you can just go ahead if you want one of these. Just snag it up. Go to Zelle, Cash App, and send me a little something. That's right, $5 for this particular calendar. I only have maybe about 20 of them left, I think. And this is a sneak preview to the cover of the 2027 calendar. Yeah, they got a real indigo blue thing going on with one of my indigo pieces that was inspired by an exhibition I did with a comedian, John Koo, dealing with indigo. And so our next calendar will be coming out in a few weeks. And for those that want this calendar, just put something in the comment stream. All right, so my trivia question was let me see here. What show had my work on the set for 2 seasons? What television show had my work on the set for 2 seasons? All right. And yes, we do have a correct answer. It is A Different World. That's right. So thank you so much, Lotus Loves 21. You have another correct answer. And we will be sending this with your other prizes, your other stuff. You got the 3 sets of cards too. So thank you, Miss Love. What's it? Lotus Love. I keep saying loves you, Lotus. I am terrible with screen names. I'm terrible with personalized tags, depending on how creative y'all decide to get. charge it to, charge it to my heart, baby. That's all I am. I think it's cute, but hey, A Different World is the correct answer. Thank you for that. We will be getting ready for that show for this weekend. We have an artist talk going on for the exhibition. Like I told you, that show will be up through August the 22nd. If you get a chance to swing through there and check things out, please do. But yes, we're back to me in the studio. I got a few things that I'm trying to grab that people have not seen. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to do this thing here. We got all kinds of little things happening here in the studio. And I keep finding stuff just sitting. This is a composite of woman travel mug. A travel mug basically is one of my pieces. It's got excuse the reflections, but it's got one of my pieces on it, and I think I got three of these cups in the studio. Just for when you're in your car, got a little something hot or cold, has some. But your art don't have to just be on the wall. Art can be in something like this. I have three of these cups left. Three. You can have these cups for $10. I have three of them left. If you want one of these cups, it is yours. Just put in the comment stream. I'll take that cup and I will put this on the side for you. Yeah. The products that we do, a lot of times when my company, same people who make my calendar, when they make the products, they only do it for that particular year, and we do different products every year. So I'm down to the last few of these cups. If you want one of those cups, go ahead and put down, hey, I want the travel mug. And we will take care of that for you for $10 on this particular show. And if you see this on rerun online, feel free, if you want to participate still, to go online and grab up one of these things just by cash apping or using my Zelle code to pay. Okay? Something else I got in the studio is, holiday season's coming. This got a little bit of reflection on it, but this is a whole box of 15 cards, y'all. Now, this happens to be 15 of the same card. Let me see if I can get some of the reflection off of it. 15 of the same card. It's calling Celebrating Our Roots is the words is on the front. It does have a verse on the inside, so this is actually a greeting card. This whole greeting card box has 15 cards. And yes, we did use these for holiday cards too. Okay. So if you want this box set, it's called Celebrating Our Roots. Again, it's got 15 cards. If you want that box set, just send me $15 and that box set will be yours. And that way you got all your holiday cards all wrapped up with this one box. So if you want that Celebrating Our Roots cards, just put it down on your list of things. And remember, you can get that for did I say 15? You can get it for $10. Celebrating Our Roots, $10. I'm writing this down so that when y'all hit me up later, I would not have forgotten. All right, so along the way yesterday, I showed a couple things that are grabbed kind of stuff. This right here is so rare. And I know one person in particular who I don't see logged in to that tonight is going to be angry when they see this being offered, but they might see it on the rerun. So here you go. I did a series of puzzles back in the day. I mean, I'm the licensing king, man, not the king. Let me change that back. I've done a lot of licensing over the years. A lot of licensing. Licensing simply means that I signed up with companies for them to use my work on product line. And I've been doing that forever. But this is something you might not even be able to find these online. So let me show you what it is. It is a 550 puzzle. Get the reflection off of it. And it's one of my popular church pieces called The Sanctuary, the Church Sanctuary. Okay. Again, this is for those out there that are puzzle lovers. And I only have two of these in existence. And I actually bought these back offline. I saw people selling them and I just bought them because I knew that I would probably not see them again. But I'm offering this whole puzzle to you for $20 just because you can't find it nowhere. So if you want the Church Sanctuary puzzle, just shout out in the comment stream so I can know you want it. And you can have this for $15. If you like this piece, just say 15. $15 for the puzzle. One of a kind. I might not sell the other one for $15. I know I said something a little more, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to move when it's grooving. If you want that piece, just say, hey, I want the puzzle, and I will put that on the side for you. Okay, along the way, I do a lot of artwork for festivals and other things that may put my work on the shirts. Yesterday we showed two shirts from the Capital Jazz Fest that I did, and somebody snagged up one of those. Today I'm going to show you, and I'll give you the size of it too. All right, I did this shirt right here for, this is a collectible here. As you can see, this is the Cincinnati Music Festival. They had Charlie Wilson and Boys the Men, Fantasia, After Seven, Jill Scott, The Roots Common, Keith Sweat, the OJs, and Bootsy Collins House Party. And we did this back in 2018, just before the COVID crisis. So this is a official T-shirt from the festival, y'all. And you can't find these nowhere. Like, again, this shirt right here this is 2018. This shirt is got a little bit of age on it. Next year, a couple more years, this will be 20 years old, right? And I got that right? Yeah. No, 10 years old. So if you want this piece, and this is a large. If you want this large collectible shirt from the Cincinnati Music Festival, send me $25, and this Cincinnati Music Festival T-shirt will be yours. I'll open it up a little bit more if you want that shirt. I got a couple of onesies and twosies of things that I saved samples of, but I'm at a point now where I'm ready to make sure everybody gets these in their hands rather than me hoarding this stuff. So the Cincinnati Music Festival tee is just $25. So if you want that, just go ahead, let me know, and we will hold that commemorative shirt for you. All right, along the way, I did another shirt. This was an experiment with the tie-dyeing and one of my images called Surrender. And so we did a few of these. These are what's left of these, by the way. I had these tie-dyed by Kabibi Ajanku, who is a indigo specialist, but she did something a little different on these. I had the image on the center, and she just tie-dyed the other stuff to it. This shirt right here is I think this is an XL. If you want this shirt, one of a kind, and this one's real soft too. I was playing with the fabric on this one. It's a very soft shirt. This is a large. If you want this T-shirt, you're not going to find it nowhere but here in the studio. Just put Surrender T in Rust Surrender if you want this particular shirt. If you pay through Cash App, just put Rust shirt. This is an XL. This is the Surrender shirt. And it's an XL tie-dye in Rust. And then I'm going to show you one more that's in blue. This one is an XL. If you want this one, just put it in the comment stream and I'll hold it for you. And here is the same shirt in blue, if you prefer the blue. This is what Kabibi Ajanku is really known for, this tie-dye here. And this one right here is, get you a size. This is a 2XL. So you put this with some spandex and you'll be rocking. If you would like this Surrender T-shirt, the tie-dye Surrender T-shirt in indigo blue, you can have this for $25 too. If you want that, just say, I want the Surrender shirt, 2XL, blue, $25. These are commemorative shirts that I can no longer get. I have a few of them in stock. If you want this and you're watching a rerun, This could be yours. Okay, so that's what we got so far. I got a couple of pieces. I want to show you how my website works. For those of you that are watching the show now, as you can see, we got our Cash App and Sell information on the bottom, but I'm going to switch that up and let you know that when you order anything from the website, that you can use the discount code when you close out from the shopping cart, and you will get a special price. So let me show you how that works. Excuse me, just coughing today. All right, so that's what our website looks like. If you haven't been, it may take some time. It's larrypunchabrown.net. You can also hit larrypunchabrown.com, and that whole thing will take you straight to the website. Now, with this right here, as long as you use my discount code on the website, this is only available through tomorrow at midnight. Okay, so you're laying around, you watch your show all week. You've been trying to figure out what's good for you, what you're feeling. You want to support, but you don't know how. The 50% off sale is only available when I'm live, and I will be putting different codes up on different shows. But for you right now, if you want to learn how to use the website and take advantage of that, whether you're watching the rerun or watching us live, you just simply go to the website. I'm gonna put this big on the screen so you can see it. And then so you can go up here and you can select shop. Shop has all our categories. You see it's got open editions, limited editions, G Clays, originals, books, catalogs, yada, 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 yada. And say, for instance, you go down here and you click catalogs, and then you go in here and you say, hey, I like that. Let me look at the colorism exhibition catalog. And you see the catalog runs for 25 bucks. So when you go and add that to your cart and you go to view the cart up at the top, you're going to see a 50%. See that right there? That means that code reduced it by $12.50. It's really quite that simple, and you have all these options at the bottom of what you can use to pay on the website. So if you are browsing the show, I'm showing some items here and there, you see something you want or something you always wanted. Remember, as long as you are buying in the next couple of days, you have that 50% code at the bottom of the page that you can use to get a 50% discount off of anything on my website. And this is our first time actually doing that, so I hope that you will take advantage of the situation. I know I appreciate all you do to support what I do, and this is our way to give you kind of a token of appreciation. So that's how the website works. And if you decide you want to order something from that, remember you get a discount. Yesterday I opened the floor to a few people that wanted me to show certain things, but and that worked out well because I ended up showing one collector collaboration. She asked about a collaboration, and I took care of that. And then I took her online and showed her a couple of pieces that were available on the website. She went right to the website, purchased it, and secured it. I also had a mask that sold on Saturday. It was secured the same way. So remember, all you need to know is that discount code at the bottom of the screen, and you are good to go. All right, so what I got now? I have a towel, y'all. I was looking through stuff, and I found this towel. Now, I don't even know how I'm gonna show you this. Guess I can step away from the computer. This is a beach towel. And sometimes I experiment with products. I get prototypes of products just to see how they look. They look good, I'll go with them. Sometimes things are cheesier than I want them to look. But here is a towel that we were selling for a while there. Look at that. It's an oversized towel, has one of my images on it. It's a couple. And it's got my name going down the side. And it's just one. No, I don't have a set. This will be your personal poncho towel. It is huge. It covers me. I'm a big guy. Big guy as in 220 pounds worth. And you can see this will completely cover my body. So this towel is available to you for 25 bucks. If you want this towel, just put I want the towel, 25, and this towel will be yours. There's only one in the house, y'all. $25 if you decide you want to do that, and I'll hold that for you. All right, I got a couple of canvas pieces here that I want to show, and I have a whole series of these. I have these nudes that I do. This one is entitled New Directions. And I do this thing. It was based on some Shona sculptures that I got from Zimbabwe. They don't have heads on them, but they have torsos, breasts, and they have legs that are on them too. And so I did my first one to accent my Shona sculpture, and that turned into a whole series of paintings. So this one is called New Directions. This piece right here sells for about $1,800. But guess what, y'all? I got some originals that I want to get in other people's hands. And this is one of them. This is a oil pastel and canvas. You see how big it is? This piece sells for $1,800. If you decide you want this piece and you want to add this to your collection, it's called New Directions. Simply give me, it's 1,800. Give me $1,000 for it, and it's yours. If you like that piece, as you can see, I keep a couple little details to it. It's actually very textured. You know, sometimes I use other tools and scratch into it. The black you see is done in oil pastel, and the rest of it is done in acrylic. So, got a lot of texture to it if you want this piece. Normally sells for $1,800, but you can have it for $1,000 on Ponchothon Warehouse Edition. That's right, y'all. I'm going to put this down for those that might inquire. It's called New Directions. And that piece sells for $1,800. You can get it for $1,000. All right. So let me see. I got another piece here. This piece I've had so long that I just want to sell it. I know. Every artist has some piece like that. This is one I did on a trip to Jamaica. And it's entitled My Jamaican Love, right? Look at this piece right here. Now, this has never been out of the studio since I painted it in Jamaica. Okay? The piece is probably 24 by 30, give or take. Nice size piece. This is titled My Caribbean Love. This piece would normally sell for about maybe $2,000. But today, this is a layered canvas technique that I do, where I apply and collage a cut layer of canvas, and I apply it to a stretch canvas. So all this is done in palette knife. And then I go in and I do my detailing and all this other stuff, and I cut that out, and then I glue them together. And as you can see, it's a nice combination. But this piece right here normally sells for about $2,000. Today on Ponchothon Warehouse Edition, you can have this one-of-a-kind original for $1,000. If you are out there and you want a nice original piece, My Caribbean Love, then just say Caribbean, I want it, and I will hold that piece for you for $1,000. So what else is happening out there, y'all? Y'all kind of quiet out there today, but you know it's like that sometimes. You got to have a little quiet with the noise. Anybody got any questions out there they want me to answer? Because you know you tuned in, you're watching me. I can't see you. Looks like I got 5 people from YouTube, and I got a couple people from Facebook out there. So if you're still watching the show and you have a question for me, hey, send me a question. Other than that, I'm going to get ready for another trivia question. And hopefully y'all are tuning in. I do about maybe 4 to 5 trivia questions per show. And just to see if you guys are, how savvy you are at finding information. You know, you women, y'all have another knack with this. Most of the time, y'all get the answers right. Okay, so I've already asked one question today about... okay, let me see here. I got a person that's tuning in. Okay, so Miss Claggett says she wants the towel. And so I will take care of that. Um, Mary Claggett wants the towel. And Mary Claggett, you can just send $25 to my Cash App, and we will take care of that piece for you. Let me see here. It's at the bottom of the screen if you want that towel. That towel is yours. The towel is sold. We got somebody else that chimed in. Said the piece with the green background. What about the piece with the green background? What's the story with that? Okay, I'll show you the piece with the green background. You mean the one to my left? Probably this big one. Okay, so for your question, what I did was I just brought you a couple of reference points so you can see the size of that piece. So the first one, I want to show you this. Part of my series is 8 by 10. The next part of my series, let's see if I can get that off the screen too. The next part of my series is also like 22 by 30. And so, take that off too. So this is 8 by 10. This is the 24 by 36. So you see how much bigger that one is, right? It's like the little fish eating the big fish, eating the big fish. And so the next size of the green one you saw is actually bigger than this one. So that's the size difference between these two. And there's a female. I have not found the word. As you can see, the word on this yellow one says mighty, but I haven't found the word I want to use for this one. I think I have the word joy in my head so far, but I just haven't applied her name yet. But I just want you to see the difference between those pieces. These sell for 500. These sell for 2,300. This one will sell for around 5,000 when it's done, or 4,500, give or take. But like I say, most of the people that buy from me, many people, they lay their stuff away. People are not just coming and spending. Every now and then I get a nice big hit and I can go and lay out on the beach somewhere. But that piece is called Joy. It's part of my Speak Power to Word series. It comes in 3 different sizes to answer your question. Uh, and I want you to see the difference between that. That series comes in males and females. I've took words that were powerful words, 4-letter words, 5-letter words, 6-letter words, that if you read it, you would be inspired by it. The smaller pieces don't have words, but they do have letters. And so the goal was for you to pick a word that's important to you. The word G. It could be a name, it could be a word, gratitude, it could be something like that. And so this series was really based on trying to find words that mean something to you. My readers and my other folks out there, my writers, they like those pieces. But essentially, that's what it's all. Great. I just want you to see the difference. The minimum amount for layaway is 1/3. And I don't hound people. So most of my pieces you pay for 1/3 of the price. I'll normally give you 3 to 4 payments depending on what's going on. And then that's what's going to happen. And so most of my larger pieces were acquired by layaways. And so if that's something you're interested in on a particular piece, I have often had clients come in and buy pieces that I have not finished yet. So I'll show you. I just got another question, so I'm gonna pull one off the wall so you can see what that looks like too. Okay, this is an idea of a client that comes to my studio show and they see something like this. This is a canvas that I had a young man make for me. He makes all kinds of specialty shapes, and so he even painted this one with a purple frame on the inside of it. You see how well this is made? And I've had this for probably more than 10 years. I hung it up on the wall, and one of my clients came in and she says, I want to buy it. So she actually paid me $2,000, and she says, give it to me when you finish. Now, I know everybody's at a different point about what they buy, and the relationships are all different. So thank you so much, Sunshine Joy, for asking me about layaways, because people always assume that people are paying straight cash for everything. No, most of the pieces that I've sold have always been some sort of arrangement. And I just want you to see that, yes, you can also just buy something you see before it's done. The mosaic piece I showed on Saturday's show, I probably could pull it down and show it to you again, was done the same way. The client came in, I was 50% done. She says, I want it. We wrote it up. She put a payment arrangement on it. She gave me 3 payments. It took an additional year or 2 for me to finish it, and I just finished it. Don't judge me. And here is that piece. It's got a little bit of weight, so I'm going to hold it up on my chair. This is a mosaic. It's done with glass, small glass pieces. I showed a puzzle earlier. This is like a puzzle on steroids. And this particular piece was sold a couple years ago. Tanya Montague is the owner. She's going to be trying to come pick this up next month after waiting very, very patiently for this piece. And so here she is. I'll get a little closer. You can see to the camera so you can see the details in it. So all of that is cut glass, and I have to fit it all the way in, all the way around. I got to pick the right colors and contrast and X, Y, and Z. This is a mixture of hand cutting glass and some tools, but at the end of the day, that was it. I also held a contest for the title, and the title was selected for was Beautifully Broken. And so that's an example of another piece that somebody came, they bought it, they laid it away. So you can have a better idea of how that works. So there you go. I have another question about a belly mask. So I'll do that for you right now too. And this person has obviously been in the studio, so they know what's here. So she's asking about this belly mask. I, at one point in my development, had, as you can see, this is a pregnant woman, and I painted it to make it look like a mask. This piece right here is one of my older pieces. I did this in 2007. And when I created this, I had a dealer sell me about 20 of these. And most of them were not finished. They were either brown in color like the inside of the wood here, or they were unfinished. And I simply painted them, okay? I sold them so fast that I didn't save one for myself. And it just so happens that one of my collectors, I went to her house on some other business, and she liked one of my pieces, and I saw she had the mask, and she says, "Well, I really want to get that piece, but I can't afford it." And I just said to her, "You know, I'll switch it back. I'll barter it for you." And she was like, "I don't really want to do that, but I like the piece, so we bartered with each other." I have not sold this one, and don't intend to sell it unless I have another access to more masks. Been doing have some of my friends in Africa trying to source me some, and once I figure that out, I may paint another series of these. But that's your question. Talk about your belly mask. You got it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kabibi has one. She's been trying to get me to paint forever, but I never did finish that one. And this one right here, I am really thinking about repainting again. So. So, what questions do you have out there for me before I lay this new? I got a new trivia question. You know what, Sunshine Joy? I don't know what type of wood that is. That's a very, very good question. You know, Africans are so good at making wood look like a whole bunch of different things, but I do know it is a softer, lighter wood. It's not hard. Um, but that piece right there is over 20 years old. You see, there's no splitting, none of that kind of stuff. When you get wood sculptures back, sometimes they may have certain types of termite related bugs in them and have little pinholes. But, you know, this piece I've had for quite a few years, and it's pretty well dried out. So I got another trivia question for you today, y'all. Since we got a few folks in the room, we got some people in from YouTube, and we got a few folks in from Facebook. So here is my trivia question. Now, am I gonna have to narrow this down for folks that know me versus folks that don't? That's not fair. I shouldn't do that, right? No judgment, right? All right, you ready for the trivia question? Okay, here we go. This one's not hard, and if you know me, you already know the answer. So let me see. I got two, three people on that kind of know me. All right, this is an easy one. Let me see what you got out here. All right, the trivia question is: what award did I win in 2024 and again in 2026? You got to have the full name of the award, not part of the name. It's got to be the full name of the award that I received in 2024 and again in 2026. If you have that answer, let me know, and you might win a trivia question. Miss Kabibi Jungle said it's normally the same wood that's used for building a djembe. So there you go. What is that wood that they use for djembes? I'm curious now that the question's been asked. But that's what's up. The cut glass. Hey, thank you, Norma Perry. Norma Perry came up to my last open house here in Baltimore. She's from Connecticut, and so it's nice to see you on. How you doing? Hope things are going well for you. I do have a okay. I got one person. All right, we got the first answer run. Lotus Love 21 is quick on the job there. Yes, that is the award I won 2 years in a row. I'm going to take care of that for you, Miss Lotus Love. 220, what's that, 21? Ma'at 25. She has the correct answer. And she spelled the entire name right. I do have I am I'm a little strange probably, y'all. I'm not going to say that I don't appreciate awards. I do appreciate acknowledgments and awards. But this is the one that I got for this year. Yay! And I have another one at home from 2024. So thank you so much for that answer. You get another gift for that correct answer. And I'm going to show you something that I did probably about, well, a few years ago. A lot of the artists have participated in this too. So There's a LED screen in Baltimore, Maryland, that shows everybody's work at 50 feet. It is a two-story tall. I mean, it's just really crazy. But you've never seen your work until you've seen your work on a billboard this big. But I want to share that for those of you that are not from Baltimore, so you can get an idea of how massive that looked and enjoy. Yes, yes, yes. That's a very, very beautiful project. I'm really proud to participate in that. If you are a Baltimore artist in the Maryland area, they do Maryland and Baltimore artists. Check out the LED Baltimore website. Submit your artwork, and your work too can be seen on the LED Baltimore screen. All right, got a couple more pieces here for you that I just grabbed from the studio. All right, this is a silk screen print that I did many years ago. It's a really family themed piece. It's a mother and a child. I'm trying to get this reflection off of it. A mother and a child and a father. And it's got like blues and purples and magentas. I'm just trying to get the reflection. That's why I'm holding it weird, so you can see it without the reflections from my lights. But if you like this piece, this is a serigraph piece. It was only I think it was 500 of these in existence back in 1996, and I think I might have maybe 10 of these left. This normally, as you see on the screen, sells for $300. If you want this piece tonight, you can have this silk screen piece for $150. The title of the piece is Tranquility 2. If you like that silk screen print, hey, just say hey, and I'll put it on the side for you. This is Tranquility 1, the print. Or did I say, yeah, Tranquility 2? I have a Tranquility 1 as well. All right. Normally sells for $300. You can get it for $150 if you like that piece. All right. Also, I have some small G clay pieces in the studio too, which these range in price and size, but the edition size on these is very small. So that's another G clay piece for all you sisters that like to rock a hat. This piece is titled No Time for Tears. No Time for Tears. That's right. This is a 62 edition. This print right here sells for $250. $250 today on the show. If you want this piece, you can have it for $100. If you like this piece titled No Time for Tears, just put, hey, I want that, and I will put this piece on the side for you. No Time for Tears. It is a 62 edition, and this piece normally sells for $200. You can have it for $250. You can have it for $100. So No Time 4 tiers. 100 over 250. That's right. So we have prints, we have originals, we have gift items, we have sculptures, um, we have mini prints, we have a slew of products here. What I normally do twice a year is I give an open house, and we'll be preparing to announce that date pretty soon. As the weather begins to cool and the kids go back to school, I usually do a studio show here in the fall, and I'm also planning to do more events here at the studio this fall, including coloring parties, life drawing classes, you name it. If there's anything in particular you're interested in as far as the arts go, let me know. Um, I got a question here from Sunshine. Joyce says, "Would you sell it?" And she says, partially joking but curious. I believe that everything, if the price is right, yeah, I would sell it. I'm only holding on to it for sentimental cases, but when you look at this studio, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna see if I can do that one time. I'm gonna walk through the studio and actually let you see the entire space, um, because that way you have an idea of how much stuff is here. I might try to do that while I show you this video. See if I can maneuver myself around to figure out what to do to let you see what I'm working on. Meanwhile, I want you to look at this video about me and my book, The Poncho Retrospective. Yes, yes, yes. My book came out a few years ago, and they're in a lot of people's hands. They came out at $65. This book sells for about $75 now, but you know what that means if you remember the code that I gave you. So, if you want a copy of that book or a second copy of that book, let me know. That way, you can keep up with what is going on, and you can get that Punch Retrospective book. I'm not going to leak too early. I might be having uh, a show coming up this fall that's about my retrospective. But I'm not going to speak too soon until I have more details. So stay tuned, stay involved. I will be giving you updates on all of the shows that we got coming up. And what I'm going to do now is try to see if I can break into my studio and you can see what's going on inside my studio because we have a lot of work here and it's a lot to see. And what I'm also going to be doing coming this fall is I'm going to be setting up special opportunities for you to come by and see studio. You might have a personal appointment. You want to come by and look through some work specifically. And you want to have a one-on-one kind of conversation, which I can do. I'm hoping that I will not create too many um, facing front, facing back. I'm trying to figure out how to load this on. Let me try facing front first. Okay,
Okay,
so
so
know if you can hear that. Let's see if I can turn this off.
Okay, worst case scenario. Just going to give you an echoey walkthrough. As you can see, my studio.
Comes around here. I don't even know if you can see it. If you can see it, let me know.
Just to give you an idea of what the studio looks like. Got pieces on the wall here. Uh, can you see it? All right, there you go. I think I got it. So I'm on the back end of the studio. As you can see, the studio has a weird L shape. But as you can see, I got a lot of different types of products here. We got mini prints, calendars. We got our books, all of the note cards and things, frame pieces. We got bins with pieces in it. We got a bin here of mostly G clays, and on future shows we'll be coming to the bins and showing you the thing. Excuse the echo. Just trying to show you what else is in here. This is my bin of original works, and then on the back end, I have some pieces that I'm working on. This is a portrait that I've been working on for quite a few years that I'm trying to get finished. Uh, I do this in acrylic. This piece is probably about 30 by 40. As you can see, I keep tons of frames around here and other pieces on the wall. And here are some mask pieces that I'm working on that are pretty new. Here's one that's sold, but I haven't got a payment for a while, so I might be reading again on that. And so that's what's happening. As you can see on the front part of the room, uh, the space is pretty big. And how I have it set up, I'm using every square inch. You see, I got frame stack here. I got frame stack there. Not going to go too deep in the catacombs, but as you can see, I got products all in the back there, on the walls, on the shelving. So just wanted to have an idea of what this looks like in the studio when you see me walking through here. Not only am I showing you stuff, but I'm pulling from different stuff that's happening in the room. So I'm going to pull out so I get rid of this echo.